You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to show you this clip real quick. You know what I'm saying? Well, you watch some of it, but I want the audience to see it. But this is a whole new. It's a clip. So you know what I mean. So it's only about 45 seconds. So. Okay, now there's that. Do you think there's something to that right there with all those famous people dying at the age of 27, or is that just I don't know, coincidence?
Wow, just looking at it, that's ultra famous group. Like you're talking uh, ultra musical influencers there. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain. Ooh. And
There's others that we see.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right. And
The head of the Rolling Stones. I didn't even know there was a guy before. Obviously before I want to say Steven Tyler, but that's not Steven. Steven Tyler's Aerosmith. Oh my God, his name's not coming. His name's not coming to. But the head singer of the Rolling Stones, oh my, it's gonna bother me. His name is not coming to me right now.
yo, and
But
I,
anyway,
go ahead.
no, I can't remember his name. I ain't gonna let it mess up the flow of the show. But it'll come to me. But uh, I just I don't know if there's something to it. But a lot of these people did die from overdoses. Okay.
Yeah, but at the age of 27, again, ultra influencers in the game. When you look at that list, I don't know if I could ever believe it was a coincidence. I mean, you're not talking about a Neo and a Mary J. Blige. You're talking about a Michael, a Prince, uh, 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 phew, a Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? And a female Beatle, basically. So, yeah, I don't believe you can. I don't think I would say that would be ever a coincidence. Not that famous, and especially all being drug overdoses, which is something that can easily be manipulated into a person. Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Me and the guys had a conversation about his gang. Gangs are part of hip hop. So I ask you this, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna load up a clip because I want you to see, you know what I mean? And I wanna ask you because the whole hidden in plain sight, and sometimes the people don't know what they're seeing. They don't know what they're seeing. You understand what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and load up this clip real quick.
Pale Emperor.
He is?
Listen here. At age 27, I will leave this earth for this man right here. He's the Pale Emperor.
My thing was to that was okay. You just co-signed something that's supposed to be quote unquote a conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the 27 Club, it's supposed to be a conspiracy theory. Or whatever. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking. But he just kind of let validation to what we was talking about. And that's one of our biggest artists to date right now is Little Uzi Vert. It's a little play on words, little Lucifer. You know what I mean? We see the symbolism all the time that they throw up. You know what I mean? You see the 666s, you see the crosses. And I'll give you one better because my whole thing about it is the rise to fame is one thing, but and I got one from you. When you see a meteoric rise from somebody, and that's when I'm like, oh, that put me on with like that's pretty much what you're saying, and then what they would call industry plants. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, what do you do, or what is your song? Why are you quote unquote famous? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't really do anything. You know what I mean? Like, okay, or I can say, matter of fact, let me not get ahead of myself. Let me play the clip. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo, good questions there, bro.
let me play the clip, and we'll go in on it.
Why is no one talking about ASAP Rocky literally performing a satanic ritual in this video? And all of his homies are there reading a satanic Bible? And that immediately points to him in a tub of cash, symbolizing that he sold his soul. Scene after that, he's rapping behind an Illuminati sign. Just listen to what he says in this interview.
What I manifest into my music. And at the time, it's all about perception. At the time, I was dealing with my best friend dying. Like, if y'all notice, every time I put out an album, it's like I lose somebody. Like, I lost my pops with my first album. I lost Yams with my second album. You know, and that's what I...
So, we've heard certain things about people having to do quote-unquote blood sacrifices and stuff like that. And we've also heard Kanye rant about his mother being killed of lately, you know what I'm saying? It's like, my thing is, what is the last song that we heard from A$AP Rocky? I know he had that one hit, I love bad bitches, that's the fucking problem. He hasn't really did anything for us to be looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? I joke and laugh and say, shout out to A$AP Rocky, you did the right thing with Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? But how do you get her? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because I always look at a lot of stuff like we're following the script. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, that's the new script that we're following, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. I guess they're going to be the new Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yo, bro, his name, I'm glad you brought that up because, like you said, like, what, other than that song, and it's okay, but is it a banger? Bro, does he really, what does he really know? And it's like, a lot of artists fit that bill. They come out of nowhere, and they're known for really nothing. And that's, I think, it's a marker for these Luciferians, because it's like, you know, the deal is, I'm just gonna make you famous. It didn't tell them that they'd give them a reality or a base for the fame. And with dude, it's crazy because when he said the 3 people, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, you know, people to make or from what I heard, people to make deals with Luciferians, you know what I'm saying? They get it's not for longevity, there's always a time limit on it, but in this one, you get an example of him saying, after 3 albums, 3 people died, as if there were 3 different sacrifices. And then, interesting to connect to it, we were just talking about how he's not known for anything. So it's like, you would think that if he had something that he was establishedly known for, like if he made his first album and he had a reasonable doubt, that he wouldn't have to sacrifice after that so many times. But for him, it's basically, you know, almost like the demons are like, you're a clown. So we're just gonna give you a one-hit wonder, and then you gotta come back and re-up with us. But to even talk about that in this field, and how basically Luciferian demons and all that have control, is enough to be said in itself, bro, because we're talking about a field of our music, and a field of our music that was birthed by our culture. So if that's being infested with Luciferian and things like that, which we have so much reason to believe, it's troublesome, because it's our culture that's being infested by spirit-infested things and spirit-infested deals that are now guiding our culture. And if you see what it is, what they're basically creating low-level serial killers. You got 3 or 4 bodies, you're a serial killer. And with our women, basically, you know, the whole trend is to lead them into the most debaucherous lifestyle, you know, that you could possibly, no class, no sophistication, nothing to respect, just just plain old-fashioned, low-level desire.
My thing is, hearing you, like, because I knew that was going to trigger you with the three deaths, knowing your numerology thing, and you know what I mean? But it's like, I never even knew that. Well, again, Rocky doesn't, in his defense, Rocky doesn't make music for me. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm an older gentleman. His market is not for me. You understand what I'm saying? But I've never, I've like these photos, and again, these photos, and it's like, and this is what we have to understand. Just like certain people believe in Allah, certain believe in Buddha, some people believe in Jesus, certain believe in, I forget the one, you know, Kala, whatever her name is, Kali. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe in Jah, some people believe in the Most High Yah. My thing is this, that's what they do. I'm sorry, it's clearly, sometimes if you don't know, you don't know. But it's clearly, that's what, and we don't get triggered. That's what they do. It's just like certain people smoke cigarettes, you know what I mean, and certain people don't. But I would say that be careful of the idols that you follow, because they are our modern day idols. They are our modern day gods, little g. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mouthful there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a mouthful there, yeah.
Because they can sway you. That music can trigger you. You know what I mean? You're just thinking you're dancing to some shit, but it can trigger you to do something else.
You know, and why I say what you said about the modern day idols and stuff, bro. Okay, I read the Bible, and I've read it, you know, back and forth numerous times, studied it to understand it, okay? And, but there's parts, like, when they talk about places in history, it's like the information, or to follow up on finding out, like, where places in ancient history and times were, it's kind of hard. So why I connect that to this is like, okay, they got these traditions, these ways, and it's hard to connect them back to where these ways actually come back to. But like, you know, when you do your research and study, I've come to see like these places, like I don't think people would be so quick to be into these trends that they're jumping on, even though people are coming forward to telling you, okay, these are following along ritualistic guidelines, and you know, it's being passed off as rituals as you're partying and stuff like that. They'll hear it and they still go in. But I really think that if they knew where these, like, who these people were, or where they trace back to into the Bible, because it's like, yo, bro, it opens up your eyes a lot. Words like Khazarians come into play, and well, you have to say as an Ashkenazi Jews, which are actually Khazarians, and they go back to Samaria. So when you look at all these trends, and we say Luciferian, when you go back to ancient Samaria, and then you look at the modern day trends, what you do is have a 2.0 upgrade version put on old traditions and old rituals. And because people haven't learned anything about history, they don't understand what they're doing. I've seen a couple done with Madonna and Britney Spears and Rihanna, that Umbrella song. People really need to dissect that song, and when she's asking spirits to come into her, entities to come into her, and even when she goes from the dark white aspect of the video, she does do in that. And who is happens to be on that hook or on that track as a feature? Jay-Z, who has been connected to the Luciferian thing. And Jay-Z's a crazy one with it, because he's one of those dudes that says, hey, I'm talking about this and I'm doing that. How can I be a part of this? But Satan appears, Satan's an angel, but many people have him depicted as a demon. hideous. So, but nobody said he was transformed. So angels can be either easy on the eye or good to your, they can appear to your liking, or they can appear to your unliking. So having a sense of what you think is going to happen is really unrealistic in that regard.
I mean, like, you know, a lot of things is, you know, a lot of information's out there. You know what I mean? We'll probably close it out real quick. I'll just show you, it's, you know, a little something, because, I mean, I think this is what this whole certain agenda's about, you know, the alphabet agenda's about, you know what I'm saying? And because this is what they do. A lot of people is gonna might get triggered, but this is what they, you know, this is what they do. You know what I mean? Like, so just because you might like your favorite idol or your favorite artist because it's your idol, because you don't want to hear anything bad about it and you praise them, but they're not into what you're into, what you think you're into. Let's check this out.
This is what they worship, these Satanists, Baphomet. If you notice, he's androgynous, so it's a male-female mixture. Also making these signs. You see the signs he's making using this sign, because 11 is the devil's number. Because 11 is 1 beside 1. In their numerology, they use 11 a lot, and they like multiples of 11. 11, 22, 33, 66. They like these multiples. In their magic, they know the secrets of numbers, and so they use numbers. The Prophet ﷺ, when they used magic on him, they blew on 11 knots. 11 uqda. And this is why the Mu'awwidhatayn has 11 ayahs, because it protects against their magic. So this is real stuff, people. I'm not making this up. This is real stuff.